My name is Ben Jansen van Rensburg. I'm the owner of a solar company called Affordable Power Solutions. This morning I am with one of my clients, Tim Smith. Tim, hi.
Well, to your prospective viewers, I'm sad to say I had a terrible, absolute terrible experience in the whole process of putting an installation in. I contacted an individual who had done previous work for me, which I found was acceptable and of the right standard. He went out and so-called got 3 quotes to install a solar panel system. I basically contracted him to be the project manager on the whole project, and I trusted him, not implicitly, but I trusted him to do I expected him to do the job correctly, which unfortunately turned out to be an absolute nightmare. And unfortunately, to your viewers, the problem is, although it's a nightmare, you have no control or recourse against the cowboys out there who are totally unprofessional. He put the installation in. After about 2 months, I had a need to go on top of the roof. It wasn't a rainy season, we had hardly any rain, and the panels that he had installed were already rusting. The equipment that he installed it didn't look like other installations that I had seen. You're putting your trust in other people knowing or thinking that they know what they're doing correctly. The red flags were flying not long after, and the installation had only been in for about 2 months. When we had load shedding, the whole system went down, which wasn't the purpose, and we had continually tripping of the equipment as well, which isn't good because with the tripping you put surges and it can damage your appliances at home. Yes, they came back on site, but the explanations were not satisfactory. I then decided to take the matter further, and I contacted the Electrical Contractors Association. They sent me a load of statutory documents and gazetted documents. In those documents, I came across another company, which was the Electrical Approved Inspection Authority for Southern Africa. These people actually come out and do an independent inspection of your equipment and the installation and the wiring, etc., etc. Obviously, you've got to pay for this inspection, which I did. Under this inspection, they found 17 faults, that the installation was not compliant. It wasn't under their mandate. The Consumer Goods and Services Ombudsman then referred me through to CSAS. Now, CSAS the name of CSAS is the Sustainable Energy Society for Southern Africa. This is a registered professional body, which again could not help me, but they gave me a lot of advice, and as attached to CSAS is an ombudsman department. And you know very well, Ben, you're associated to them, and that's how I got in contact with you. The only satisfaction here that you can get is that if you go through a registered company who is affiliated to CSAS, you do have some course of recourse against the installer, because they have an ombudsman department which will then take your case up and take action, or the appropriate action, against the company that is registered with them as affiliated membership. Like you know, you have to pay a subscription, and I just believe this is the correct way to to go, and that's how we got in contact through your company, Affordable Power Solutions. Now, you came on site, you had a look at the equipment, and as my suspicions were confirmed, I paid the highest rate for the cheapest premium possible. And what we did, we actually ripped out the whole installation completely, and I contracted to Affordable Power Solutions to put a brand new installation in, which I must say, it's been in for a couple of months. I'm seeing the effects of the installation in reduced power consumption, and it is perfectly working well in a load shedding environment. So I'm very happy, and the only thing I can say and warn people is that there are cowboys out there. They're not registered. They do not have qualified electricians doing the installation. And the problem that you are going to have is after the installation, you've got to have a certificate of compliance.
Yeah, to just recap, Tim spent R250,000 on a system that was less than 80,000 rand. Everything was basically wrong with it. The wiring was wrong. I found one, they had a bus bar box in that was fine. The rest of the stuff was all inferior products, the wrong products, etc., etc. As Tim mentioned, he got my number from the Ombudsman, and the fact, first of all, that the Ombudsman referred him to me says something about our company. We believe and we try to keep up the highest standards.
My only regret, and I say this sincerely, and I'm not just saying I'm sitting next to Ben, is I did not become in contact with Affordable Power Solutions before.